What's up, VC? Dean here with another episode of Notes from the Dead Wax. I'm not feeling too great today, so bear with me. I got my coffee. Good morning to you, or good afternoon, or good evening, or good night. Just good day. Good day to you. This week on Notes from the Dead Wax, we are going to be going over F in my collection. Not huge, but there's some stuff there. Stuff that I like. That's what it is. This week we are listening to Bram Travansky. I don't know. I really like it. This is Change Man, Change Land. Is that what it is? I'm sorry. It's Strange Man, Change Man. I should really learn to pronounce this guy because I quite enjoy his work in both this band and the Motors. I think he was in something else called Funkadelic or something like that. So like I said, I'm not feeling too great this week, so bear with me. But lucky for you, hopefully I won't babble on too much and this will be a quick episode. There you go. So, let's get into it. First up, getting into F, we have all my Frank Sinatra, which is actually the majority of my F in the collection. I had a stack of Frankie, maybe 6 or 7 of them, but they were kind of well played, we'll put it that way. So I went to a tag sale not too long ago, and went to the back room, which kind of appeared to be their media room, I guess. And there was a stack of records, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 or so. Looked through them, it was either stuff I had or didn't want, and asked the employee there, the tag sale employee, if that was all they had, and she said yeah. So I was kind of bummed out, but I walked down to the basement anyways just to snoop around. And I ended up finding a good 200 records just kind of tucked away in the back, so I bought some stuff from there, but I bought the majority of the Frank Sinatra because it looks to be pretty nice, maybe barely or rarely played type stuff. Covers are okay, but anyways, to get into Frank, first up we have Nice and Easy on Capitol. Adventures of the Heart, Frank Sinatra. Columbia. It's really laying into that lady. What a lucky lady. We got A Swinging Affair by Frank Sinatra. That's a cool Photoshop. Before Photoshop. We'll say graphic design, there you go. But it's kind of transparent, you can see them behind his hat and his shoulder and stuff. It's a good looking lady there. Here we have All the Way on Capitol. Come Dance With Me with Billy May and his orchestra. Up next is Only the Lonely on Capitol. This is Sinatra, also on Capitol. Covers aren't in the best shape. They're kind of worn. All this vinyl is near mint, so I snatched them up. Here we have That's Life, still in the shrink. Sinatra and Company. It's a cool minimalistic design. Francis Albert Sinatra and Antonio Carlos Jobim. Jobim? I don't know. This is on Reprise. And I guess these all belong to the lady of the house. She's got her name on them, unfortunately, but Mary Rossi. She was a fan of Frankie. Cycles. Got a little F tag on there. Life's tough, right? Yeah, and she wrote on it. Swing Easy on Capitol. Here's My Way on Reprise. Kind of looks like he's in a straitjacket there. Told you there was quite a bit of Frankie here. Strangers in the Night. Still in its shrink. This is also on Reprise. Bought it at O'Neill's department store for $4.97. No date on it though. Come fly with me. Come fly with me. I shouldn't go there. Can't match Frankie, that's for sure. On Columbia. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. How could you not dig some Frankie? A little dusty, a little moldy. It's got that vinyl smell to it, huh? This is No One Cares. What a depressing... every single song on here is very morose and somber. Still a good Frankie record, that's for sure. I think I have another one. Yep. No One Cares. Here is Swinging Session. I like the back there. That's a cool layout. Very sleek and stylish. Oh, I don't know how much more Frankie I have here. 4 more, yes. I do have 4 more, and I think only one of them are doubles, so. The Nearness of You by Frank Sinatra on Capitol. Ugh. It's a rough clip there, but it works, I guess. This is Frank Sinatra and Count Basie. It is I Might As Well Be Swing. There we go. It Might As Well Be Swing. Ooh. Arranged by Quincy Jones. Frank and Splank. With a lot to read there. I love it when you can use the actual record as reading material while you're listening. It's a whole experience. That's what vinyl is for me, an experience. What is vinyl to you? That's a good question. Here's another one. This is a double. September of My Years. On Reprise, yes. And lastly, to round it out, Love is a Kick. This is cool. They're hearts, and then they have some random colored ones. Kind of a cool design. Man, I would have loved to have been a cover designer like in the 60s, 50s, starting in the 50s and transitioning all the way through the 70s as a career. I mean, that would be... I don't know if anyone's ever done it. Usually, I'm sure somebody has like a genre and then they stick with it when they're cover designing. I don't know. It's something I can research, but man, what a cool job that would have been. Anyways, here's the back of it. This Columbia high-fidelity recording is scientifically designed to play with the highest quality of reproduction on the photograph of your choice, new or old. If you're the owner of a new stereophonic system, this record will play even more brilliant, true-to-life fidelity. In short, you can purchase this record with no fear of its becoming obsolete in the future. Couldn't be more true. That was beautiful. You can purchase this record with no fear of its becoming obsolete in the future. Columbia hit it on the head there. So, that's all my Frankie. It was quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23 with 2 doubles, so 21 Frankie records. I think that is the most I have by a single artist. A couple more to get through here in F, but let me put this on side B. What a good release, man. This is to me at least, this is one of those underrated bands that should have made it somewhere. The following, I guess, just wasn't there. Can you imagine if a band like this got released today's day and age with the internet and all the self-promotion you can do? You can be your own producer, so to speak. Well, then again, there is more competition, I guess. Anyways, this is a great record. Back into F. Up next, we have one of my faves, Maggot Brain, Funkadelic. This is a 180 repress. It is a gatefold, but I haven't slit the cellophane or the shrink yet. I don't intend to, so I still want to get an original pressing, but the opening track, Maggot Brain by Eddie Hazel, man, it'll make your mind melt. Yep. The Fighting Irish, Songs of the Fighting Irish, University of Notre Dame Band, Notre Dame Victory March, Hike Song, and others. You better effing believe that I had to get this on vinyl. I am, and always will be, a huge Notre Dame fan. So come college football time, I got that one on the TT, ready to go. As soon as we score, the bagpipes come out, and my wife gets highly annoyed. So, makes me happy. Jerome Villarano, flamenco guitar. Flamenco. And, yeah, here it is. Alright. We were talking in episode D, where I talked about my Doors collection, and I had a huge faux pas, so to speak. I talked about the flashing, glimmering, glittering world of flamenco guitar by another artist, Juan Serrano. And I mentioned that it was in No One Here Gets Out Alive, a book I read multiple times. And that was completely false. I misspoke. It's actually this record. I swear this time. Robbie Krieger actually talks about this record. He's not the original artist. Geronimo Villaro, however you say his name. I probably hacked that up. Geronimo Villarino. But anyways, there's a song on here. Right here. Side 1, track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's called Alegras. That song is the song that you'll be familiar with if you're a Doors fan and listen to Spanish Caravan. So, Juan Serrano, as far as I know, never did a cover of Alegras, which is the Spanish Caravan. So, I don't know. It's a little late now, but I'm fixing my faux pas, so I'm not perfect. Bear with me. Another thing is, I have this in F. I don't know why. It should probably be in J, so I think I will move it. Enough of all that, back to it. Here we got Funk Inc., Funk Incorporated. This is Hanging Out. It's a painting there. It's a photo back of that on Prestige. Here we got Head Games by Foreigner. Kind of a risque cover on Atlantic. What is that? Oh, it's got some of the title track names written on the side there. Well, this has Dirty White Boy and Head Games and what else? 17. That's another good one. Moving on, Foreigner. I know there's a lot of Zappa fans out there. I myself am not one of them yet. So I've had some suggestions of how to listen to Zappa. So even the fact that there are directions on how to listen to an artist, that really intrigues me. So I will get into some Zappa in due time, but right now all I really have is 200 Motels, which is a soundtrack to the movie, which I have not yet seen. I need to do some homework. And I do not have the free color poster 16-page booklet, unfortunately. The Mothers of Invention. What is this on? United Artists. Sorry, I'm more into Bram than what I'm doing here, sorry. Fred Astaire, Dance Studio Orchestra, Merengues and Mambos. No Mambo number 5 on here, but there's Mambo Loco. It's a crazy mambo. What else we got? Foreigner 4. Whoa! Almost lost it. Foghat, Fool for the City. Dude fishing down a manhole. Falco! Says, rock me Amadeus. Hot potatoes, hot potatoes. Hot potatoes, hot potatoes, hot potatoes. Hot potatoes. That's what he says, right? Hot potatoes? Anyways, Foreigner. It's kind of scattered in the F's here. And as a crappy collector, I could call myself, I only have one Fleetwood Mac, and it's kind of weird. Every time I go picking and I come across like Rumors or some other Fleetwood Mac, I think that I already have it, but I don't. So I have to remember that. But I do have Tusk. And it's dual release here. It's got Tusk on it, right? Yeah. What a great song. And rounding it, sorry, yeah. Well, I can do this. Rounding out F, we have two polka releases. If you watched last week's episode E, I talk about polkas a little bit, getting into Eddie Blazonczyk and the Versatones. But rounding out F, I have Frank Yankovic. This is Beers and Cheers. That's Record Riot. That's kind of cool to see on a polka release. There's the back of that. And here we have Hoop-de-Doo and other polka favorites by Frank Yankovic and his Yanks. One's on Harmony, one's on Columbia. Believer, I can't get over Bram. You gotta pick this release up. If you're out there and you see it, pick it up. Getting back to the polka stuff. Keep this long story short. My grandfather, rest his soul. I do miss him. He was quite the man. He ran a polka morning show for 25 years on a local radio station, WZIP. They still do a polka morning show on Saturday mornings, but every other week, my grandfather and my aunt would do the polka morning show. And yeah, he was just he loved that heritage, being Polish, and polka music just makes you happy. And he got up every Saturday. He was, they did bi-weekly, so he would he taped all the shows, or my grandmother taped when they were in studio, but he was big in the polka scene. Polka Music Man Ed March and Polka Linda, it's my aunt. What I was getting to is he has, or had, thousands, I can say, polka LPs. My aunt has taken those, but I got the ones that I wanted. I like very select releases. But yeah, he kind of turned me into records, and that was when I actually saw my first record, was at my grandfather's house, and it was a polka record, but he always had turntables, and he'd put polka records on, and subconsciously, just growing up around it, you don't really pay attention to it and stuff, but when I found the first records that I really wanted to keep that was not polka records, there was some rock, some stuff my dad had. Next to the Playboys, if you remember that story, I went down to my grandfather's house and asked him for a turntable, because he had, extras just laying about, lots of music stuff laying around. And he gave me my first turntable that I still have. It got me through college. Right now it's in the basement, and it's an old monster unit, but I'll never get rid of it. So, sorry I said I wasn't going to babble and I did, but by now you should know me. I'm a babbler. That was all of F. Next week we will do G by itself and the rest of the alphabet after that. Some of them I'm going to condense because I don't have much of certain letters, at least for now. So, thanks for watching, as always. Hope you have an enjoyable week. I will talk to you all soon, and keep spinning.